Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at, honestly, a somewhat funny but also disgusting news story. Now, when I saw this, I was like, who does this? Now, this is one of those stories that when I looked at it, I was like, okay, this had to have happened in Florida, or just somewhere where this kind of shit just goes on the regular. But no, it happened in Tennessee, which usually, you know, you don't hear many stories like this coming from a place like Tennessee, but apparently people in Tennessee do not like being under-tipped. So we're gonna go ahead and look at this story. So the story is, I'm sorry, I have to laugh because it's just so ridiculous, but Tennessee man accused of dipping testicles in customers' salsa. Howard Webb, 31, was arrested for allegedly dipping his testicles into a restaurant customer's salsa. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, wait, is that Carnage Foxy? I swear to God, Foxy, I'm just kidding. I wonder how he's gonna react when he sees that part. Anyway, Howard Webb, 31, was with a driver for Dinner Delivered, a food delivery service, on January 12th when he allegedly put his testicles in an order of salsa that a customer ordered from a Mexican restaurant in Maryville. WBIR-TV reported. Now, there is actually video footage of this guy doing this. This wasn't just something random that somebody made up. It wasn't anything just crazy like a story that someone was making for attention. This dude and his friend recorded this happening and then put it on the internet. This is why I'm telling you guys this shit, okay? Because there's always these videos, right, of just some crazy shit going down, and just something just that no human being who's normal would do. Okay, and then instead of just like doing it and getting away with it and still getting the pleasure of doing it, you then go on social media and post a video of your face and you doing it onto your personal accounts, okay? It just basically free admission, yeah, I committed this crime. And then you're just like, people are just surprised that they get arrested. It's like, what in the fuck is wrong with you? Think it through before you do it. If you're gonna do something like this and you're gonna commit the crime, at least be smart enough to not give the police video evidence. Alright, now that I'm done ranting, let's go ahead and take a look at the video.
This is what you get when you give an 89 cents tip for an almost 30-minute drive.
Feels good in my balls. Oh.
Alright, so that was the video, and I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I think we all can see what happened. So the guy said, this is what you get when you give an 89-cent tip for an almost 30-minute drive. So basically, if you give an 89-cent tip, you can get the 89-inch tip in your salsa as well. I'm not gonna lie, I use things like DoorDash semi-occasionally, and I would never tip somebody 89 cents, especially if it was a 30-minute drive. I definitely can understand being mad about that and wanting to have a better tip, but at the same time, it's like, you realize that there isn't a whole lot of money to be made doing things like that. There's plenty of videos out there that expose how much of a waste of time it is for some people to be doing things like this. These kind of things aren't really great as just a straight up job. You know, you can do these things on the side to get a little extra cash. You know, if you need a little bit of help getting your bills paid, sure, be a DoorDash driver, something like that. Make some extra money doing something that's not super hard. I mean, you just drive to the place, pick it up, drive it to the dude's house, say, hey, what's up, here's your food, walk away with money in your pocket. Usually, your reaction shouldn't be, well, let me go ahead and drop my nuts in this dude's salsa. Oh, it feels good on my testicles, Webb replies. Yeah, I'm assuming that the salsa was a bit cold, and then like when it you know, I don't know, there's probably not that many women watching, so dudes, you know, if you ever like have sat down in some cold water or something, and like the moment it hits the sack, you know, I'm assuming that's what went down, but at the same time, that's completely disgusting. Anyway, Dinner Delivered, which, first off, I've never even heard of this. Where I'm from, there's only really like 4 of these food delivery things that you can really use. You can use like Uber Eats, which is obviously probably the biggest one. Then you have DoorDash, which is another one of the major ones. And then, of course, you have, I guess, the littler ones. There's one called Easy Cater. And then, let's see, there's, of course, Grubhub and Postmates. But, you know, Eat24, there's more and more of them coming around now that it's actually becoming extremely popular to order food and have it delivered to your house. But apparently this Dinner Delivered, which, like I said, I've never heard of, addressed the video on Facebook saying that he was with a rogue independent contractor, aka he was with the guy who worked through Dinner Delivered. The unidentified food delivery driver engaged in criminal behavior that has resulted in indecent acts performed to customer orders, as well as unverified claims of inserting poisonous substances inside customers' drinks. What? What? Okay, now this story just got way juicier, okay? No pun intended, way juicier. So, apparently these dudes have just been going around wreaking havoc on people, probably because they aren't tipping what they, I guess, expect themselves to be getting tipped. Like I said, low tip, you really get the low tip inside your salsa, so watch out what you're tipping, folks. But he was arrested on Friday, at least the guy who dipped his nuts in the salsa, was arrested on Friday and charged with adulteration of food, liquids, or pharmaceuticals, aka for sticking his ball sack in somebody's food. Okay, so here's what I don't understand. If any of you are like DoorDash drivers or anything, okay, so I've seen where people they kind of team up, I guess, with these things. Like, I had one DoorDash driver who was this guy, and he had somebody in the passenger seat too. So why do people do this? I mean, how are you going to get mad that you're making less money than you want to, but then you probably are splitting it with this dude who's riding around with you for no reason? It's not like this guy's doing really anything. He's not giving you extra money by driving out and making more orders. He's just kind of sitting there dipping his nuts in salsa, getting you guys arrested. So I don't know, I personally don't get it, you know? It's like you're basically just volunteering to split your money with another person. I don't know if maybe you just do it for fun, like, hey, I got a friend hanging out with me, so it makes this bullshit a little bit more not tedious, but these guys obviously aren't just hanging out for fun and stuff doing this for a little extra side cash. These people are obviously some sick people. And like the news article said, it wasn't just this one thing that they've been accused of doing, you know? It wasn't just them dipping this dude's nuts in some salsa. Apparently they've been putting poison in people's drinks. At that point, how are they not arrested and charged with more serious crimes? Even if these are unverified claims of inserting poisonous substances inside of customers' drinks, I mean, at that point, you kind of have proof that they've been doing something to people's like their food and their drinks and their soups and whatnot. So why aren't you doing something about it, you know? I would think that this would, and it also doesn't say if the driver got arrested, which I don't understand how he wouldn't get arrested, considering he was literally complacent in the whole thing, and he obviously helped him do this kind of thing. I mean, he recorded the dude literally dropping his sack of balls inside of somebody's salsa from a Mexican restaurant. How is he not arrested? And then he posted the evidence onto Facebook. I don't know if maybe that's why they didn't arrest him. They're just like, you know, thanks for being a fucking idiot and giving us, you know, the evidence we need to arrest your friend. But this is why I'm kind of nervous sometimes of getting things from like DoorDash and stuff, because I do it, but at the same time it's like you never know who's actually like getting your food and handling it. And then most restaurants, they don't like staple the bag, they don't put some sort of like anti-foolproof bag or anything. I mean, there's been times where I've gotten food and then noticed that there's like fries and shit missing from the bag. It's like, you're not slick, dude. But most restaurants that I've ever gotten anything from, they don't have like a anti-tamper bag. There's been a few or anything like that. And then it's just like, at that point, you're literally playing Russian roulette on whether or not some psychopath like this dude is gonna basically just take out the 4-incher and just drop it up into your broccoli and cheese soup from the local restaurant. I don't even know a solution to this kind of thing. I mean, obviously there's good use for things like DoorDash and stuff, because honestly, I don't sometimes feel like driving 20 minutes across town to get some certain types of food, but at the same time, I also don't feel like having some psychopath basically rub his ass cheeks all over my bacon cheeseburger, you know? So I think that the best, really, I guess, course of action to prevent things like this happening in the future is to start making these bags where people don't tamper with the food. And I know some places already do that, and that's great, and those are the places I tend to order from the most anyways, but you can't just be having random people. I mean, they don't even really, like, They don't have to go through very severe interviews or anything. I mean, pretty much anybody can get these jobs as long as you're not like some psycho felon who doesn't have a driver's license or something. DoorDashing is really one of the more anonymous jobs you honestly could have, you know? It's just like, you can get away with a lot more shit too, because I mean, from the restaurant to the person's house, it's basically you and their food. And if there's not an anti-tamper bag or a foolproof bag that, like, at least if it's opened, you know something's up, you're gonna keep seeing more situations like this pop up. And I think that this is one of those things that I think pretty much every fledgling business kind of goes through. Because in reality, these things are kind of revolutionary. You know, like DoorDash and Postmates and stuff. Like, we didn't have this kind of stuff even 5-10 years ago, at least on a national or major scale. So I think pretty much every business that does something revolutionary has to go through these issues of, like, fledgling problems and stuff they've got to deal with like this. But this is a pretty important one, man. I mean, you can't be risking people's health with their food. You can't just be, I guess, winging it and hoping that some psycho like Howard here, by the way, what a name, Howard, isn't out here obviously dropping the left and the right ball into your whatever you've got. And just imagine the other things that they've done to other people's food. This could have just been the most, you know, relaxed case of them fucking with people's food that we've seen. God knows what they've done to other people's food. They've probably spit in people's food. They might have fucking ate people's food, you know. They could have basically just been doing anything, and this is the one thing we know that they've done. And these unverified claims of people getting their stuff poisoned by these psychos might actually be something that people need to be looking into. In reality, that's gonna be it for the video, you guys. I mean, DoorDash or anyone really, if you're watching this, you guys gotta step your game up and make sure that they're not out here just literally giving us, you know, the Franken beans and our Franken beans, you know? I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of funny because of just like the situation, but in reality, it's not that funny, you know? Something serious has obviously happened. As always, thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're brand new around here on my channel. Make sure to also follow me over on Twitter. I post memes, thoughts, and updates over there. It's a surefire way also to get notifications for all my brand new content. Join the Discord down below. Lots of great things going on there as well. Also, thank you to my channel members for your $5 a month. Your support helps my channel tremendously. If you would like to become a channel member and support my future content, you can do so by hitting the join button down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, eating nutsack salsa, and signing out.